Hey guys, it's Christy. I have some exciting new resources available for you as a small group leader. I've been praying and thinking a lot about the things that might help you do your small groups better, and so some of these I'm hoping will help you. If they don't help you, please let's keep talking so that I can help find the resources that will help you most in your small group. First one I want to tell you about is some magnets that I created that have blue and green teen names on them. I don't know if you can tell the colors as much, but these will be posted right inside the doors as you come into Kid Town or Kid Theater each week, so that you know who you're serving with, and also so you can know the names of people if they may be subbing in. You guys do such a great job trying to make All-Star Kids a priority, and I really, really, really appreciate it. I think we're beginning to see the fruit of that in our small groups. In fact, I have to share with you one of the major wins, in my opinion, is recently Russell was sharing his first impressions of the new sixth graders that moved up into student ministry, and he was so impressed that all of them could sit and have a discussion and had really good questions and engaged in the whole talk and were really really ready. And he was amazed that that was coming from the sixth grade group because the others were just kind of like blobs. So congratulations. Thank you. What we're doing is working, and I believe with all of me that we're going to see kids younger and younger find that experience in small group, and that's going to become the norm. So thank you what you do for what you do every day. The other one I want to tell you about is something that we're going to be working through in our leader huddles each month. It's called the Gospel Centered Kids Ministry. It's a book, and I have a free book for per family for you guys. If you don't have your copy already, I probably have it earmarked for you at the office, ready to give to you the next time I see you. I really encourage you to get in the book and read and pray and see what God can show you through the words there. I don't think any of it's going to be new to any of you. What it did for me, it just helped me understand the language better for how we are introducing the gospel to kids, and that every Bible story and everything we do through Bible teaching helps kids relate to the gospel and Jesus, and ultimately that's where we find sticky faith. So excited about sharing that with you guys, talking about it some more. If you don't make it to our leader huddles, that's okay. I'm going to try to post up some videos pretty regularly about our discussions that we've had during a leader huddle. We would love for you to join us for a leader huddle, though. That's just a really good time to interact with some other small group leaders. We try to make it as discussion oriented as possible. So if you're missing out on a small group experience, this can kind of be your substitute for a small group experience, but also give you some practical advice and ideas for ways that you can encourage your kids to develop that small group experience. And the last one that I'm excited about is called our Leader Bag of Tricks, and there are orange bags like this available each week just under the magnet boards that have your names on it. And in each bag we have mostly the same things, but there's a few things that are just a little bit different in each bag. What you will find are two little foam dice, and we gave you these as a way for you to help maybe figure out how to take turns within your group. Maybe you assign people numbers, or they call out numbers and then they roll for their time, and you can figure out whose turn it is. Or if you're having a hard time getting somebody to agree on stuff, maybe they have to roll the dice and match up numbers so that you can figure out a way to agree with things. Now we're not trying to brainwash people or get them to agree with us all the time, but there's some little silly squabbles that could be solved by a pair of dice, and so we wanted you to have that accessible to you every time you are in small group. I'll be coming up with some more ideas of ways that you can use your dice as time goes on, but no, those are there for you as a way to figure out how to manage manage your group. The other thing we have in each bag is a little thing. This one happens to be really little. This is a little fidget. Some people have little balls. Some people have like squishy caterpillar type things. Two things that I think that you could use these for right now is one, you may have that kid in your small group that really needs something in their hand to keep them occupied. If you'd like to do it like I typically do when I have kids in my small group who have that issue, I don't mind if they fidget or if they bring their own fidgets, as long as it stays under the table in their lap. The fidget's not meant for everybody else's entertainment, it's meant for that child's entertainment, and I always make that clear to everybody at the table. So just, say that to a kid, hey, I know you probably need a little extra something to do with your hands today. I think that's a great idea, but let's keep it under the table. It's not for everybody else's entertainment. And most of the kids around your group are not going to be so concerned that they didn't get something too. They know the kid who needs to have something in their hand to fidget around with and move around with. The other idea that I thought you could use to manage your small group is something you may have seen done several times, is if you're having a hard time figuring out whose turn it is to speak, or if you want to make sure to include that kid that doesn't say very much very often, maybe you pass around the fidget, and whoever has the fidget, then it's their turn to talk. And you can only talk if you're holding the fidget or the ball or whatever happens to be in your bag. Like I said, every single one of them is very different. So don't be upset if your bag doesn't have what you thought it was going to have in it. You could search around and find another bag if you want something. I really encourage you, though, to try to keep these things in your bag and not pass them out to kids as a reward. I do have something else in the bag this month that you can use as a reward for kids. And that gets us to our next thing. The next thing are some tattoos and some stickers. And feel free to make incentives for whatever you feel like you need an incentive for in your small group. Maybe that is somebody can say the memory verse. Maybe that's Joe can only sit still for 2 minutes at a time. So it's been 2 minutes and you need to reward him with a sticker. See how many stickers Joe can get in the time that you are doing your small group time. I realize that those things are hard to manage. We're working really hard to make sure that there is an adult leader and hopefully a teen leader in each group. The younger groups in particular, I'm really working for you to have a teen leader in every small group so that maybe they can be in charge of passing out the stickers every time they see that Joe sat still for 2 minutes. Or whatever else you think of needs to be an incentive. I will warn you, though, if you make everything an incentive, then the expectation every time they will come into a small group is that they get an incentive. And so maybe it's not about small group anymore. It's more about them earning the award. And some kids need that, and I get that. But not every kid in your small group is going to need an award every time just for coming to be a part of your small group. You know who those people are. All right, and then there's 2 other little resources in here for now. We will keep adding, and I'll let you know what it is as the months go on. The other resource that we have is a little card like this. It's front and back. One side has some conversation starter questions on it, and the back side has 2 games. And the games are activities that you can do without any supplies. Sometimes you need to fill some time. Sometimes your discussion didn't go like you thought it was going to go, so you want to fill some time. I really encourage you that every time you have the opportunity to interact with the kids, let's take those opportunities. We only get them for 1 hour every week if the kid is there every week. And so, that the time that you spend with them is much more valuable than the time that they spend roaming around the room and trying to figure out how to fill their time. You could be in the middle of them roaming around the room. That would be more than appropriate, but the more time we spend with them, the more the time they want to spend with us, which makes them want to ask the bigger questions. And I know that we don't all have the answers to the bigger questions, but we're going to help you get there, okay? And there's some of us that are there all the time. Heather and I try to be around as much as possible, and we'll keep building and encouraging you guys to do this really well. And then the last resource that we have is a Ziploc baggie that has some white envelopes in it. The white envelopes have our new and improved and exciting note cards. So this is for you to send notes out to the kids in your small group. I can get you their addresses if you can get me the names of the kids that you really want to send notes to. I've recently gone through and cleaned up our roster lists, so and now may be a good time to print a full roster if you want. Or if you just want to, on the week that you're there next, write down the name of all the kids that were there that week, and you can make it a point throughout the month to send each one of them a little handwritten card. Another good thing to acknowledge is birthdays or any other special occasion coming up in their life. Again, what we're trying to do is be present in their life. And the more we can be present, the more they will open up to us so that we can share the gospel with them and help them create a biblical worldview so that they can go out and do this in the next generations. I really hope this resource helps you guys. I love you and am so proud of all of the small group leaders we have serving and how long you've been serving and the relationships you're building with your kids. Keep it up. We're going to keep going. Talk to you soon. Bye.